The issues of my agenda for this year's annual meeting in Davos should be the following. 1. What are the changes of the growth pattern of the world economy in post-crisis scenario? 2. How the changing structure of the China's economic growth model will contribute to the sustainable and healthy growth of the world economy, and how the world will benefit from positive growth of the Chinese companies in overseas market. 3. What are the most responsible approaches to tackle the current challenges faced with the uncertainties in global economy recovery and the stability of the world financial markets? The biggest challenge for next year, I think, is how countries jointly support each other to achieve a must-win situation in the backdrop of such an imbalanced recovery. Trade protectionism is coming back, and multilateral disputes on currency rates and trade barriers are adding many uncertainties in world economic recovery. Therefore, I call for more collaborated effort to be taken by all major economies to strengthen cooperation and dialogue for common interest of world economic recovery and growth. Unemployment rates in the developed economies is still very high. Confidence of the investors and consumers is still weak. And the risk of deflation in developed economies still exists. While in emerging economies, we have seen effective measures taken for stimulating domestic demands and exports. But at the same time, inflation has become a major concern. These differences have resulted in clear disparities in economic policies of developed economy and emerging economies in terms of liquidity control, monetary policy, trade policy, and etc. Consequently, we are facing the coexistence of deflation and inflation, as well as an increase of conflicts in currency. According to the UN statistics, China's economy contributes over 50% to world economic growth in year 2009. It is forecasted by the World Bank that in year 2010, China will account for 25% of world economic growth. In addition, the release and implementation of the China's 12th five-year plan will allow the country to deepen the structural change of its economy, thus improving the strength and the sustainability of economic growth. This, in turn, provides a very solid external environment for the development of China's shipping industry. In year 2011, China will adopt proactive fiscal policy and a stable monetary policy. China will also continue to stimulate domestic demand, especially consumption demand, to optimize its investment structures and to stabilize its foreign trade growth. In terms of foreign trade, China's government has clearly stated its policy trends to further increase imports, to improve the structure of FDI, and to encourage the go international strategies of Chinese enterprises. All of these policies will bring huge opportunities for China's shipping industry. Apart from that, as the center of the global shipping is moving eastbound, more opportunities will be created in such shipping-related services as ship finance, insurance, and legal service. China's overall competitiveness in shipping will be improved, and over time, China will transform from a large shipping nation into a strong shipping nation. Chinese government attaches great importance to energy conservation and emission reduction. Detailed measures include the design of a clear energy-saving target, implementation and assessment of various energy conservation mechanisms. China sees the building of a resource-saving society as a major task in accelerating the transformation of economic growth pattern, which will in turn ensure the sustainable development of its national economy. To China industrial development, the strength of the To China's industrial development, the stress of energy conservation and emission reduction presents both opportunities and challenges. On one hand, Chinese business can take direct advantage in reducing emissions and saving resources. On the other hand, Chinese industrial enterprises can take indirect advantage through management and technology innovation for energy saving and to maintain its edge in future global competition on a long-term basis.